Good morning, everyone. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. I am using today two different decks. I'm going to use the holographic tarot, as you can see, kind of hard to see, and then also the Awakening Avalon Oracle deck. So I was drawn to use tarot today as the general umbrella way to read the rest of the cards. So the main theme. So we're going to pull just one card from tarot for the theme, and then the Awakening Avalon as to how to move within that theme. So let's see what we have in store here. I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Yeah, okay. Right now, Spirit's talking about moving through things with ease and grace, and they mentioned this a couple weeks ago, I think, too. So something about ease and grace is on the horizon for us energetically. So the way in which we can move through it. So let's see what that is. Okay, that makes sense. So we're having a lot of spirit communication happening right now. But for some people, that can feel like Two of Swords, like we don't quite understand. We can't quite see the full picture. That's kind of what this is. She's got a blindfold on. She's holding her swords because she's kind of ready for battle. But she's not realizing what's behind her, the ocean and the ways, the path to get to that other island. So this speaks of a time where we can't get all the pieces of a picture. We can't get them all to have everything we need to make a decision. So Spirit's talking about moving through this piece with ease and grace. Now that doesn't mean you won't have pieces of the picture. You will have pieces of the picture. You can see with her, she knows she has two swords. She knows she has something sturdy to sit on where her feet can be flat on the ground. She knows those things. She doesn't know what's behind her. So consider what you know, find strength in what you do know to be true right now, and pull from the pieces of communication that you are getting, because you are getting parts of the story. If you feel you're in a position you can't quite move forward yet, that's okay, but move through this experience with ease and grace. So I think that's really interesting. So let's see what else Spirit has to share within that. So I'm going to shuffle this one more time. Oh, there's a jumper. Okay, like it. Okay. Makes sense to me. Beautiful. Okay, so again, moving in this energy of pieces that are unknown. First thing Spirit says is this Echo card, which is look for repeated messages. Where in your life are you getting repeated messaging? Your guides are coming through to bring that awareness to you now. So consider what that is. And what's neat is we have the Awakening Avalon card to go with this. And so this is really connecting to that sacred realm of Avalon where our guides are, our family members and friends. They're bringing through the emphasis on repeated messages right now, right? So notice where that's happening in your life. Notice where that's coming through in dream state. Notice anywhere where you're seeing that, because that's part of maybe what is unknown to you right now. And one of the ways you can really interpret that is through your solar plexus. So your solar plexus is your truth center, your place for knowledge and awareness for self. It sits just above your belly button, and it is a bright yellow color. It is that energy center within you that is essentially your BS detector, your gut feeling of knowing what is right and what isn't. So the key with this is when you're noticing these repeated patterns coming up from your guides, feel into them. What are you getting as insight from those repeated patterns? Is it something to just be aware of and notice and be like, oh, okay, I don't want to do that anymore, so I just simply won't. Maybe that's your answer. Maybe the repeated pattern is something you need to fully dive into and explore in order to understand something more. Maybe the repeated pattern is encouraging you to step up and step out and, explore some new horizons. Maybe your interpretation of the card in this case is put the swords down, undo the blindfold, and stand up and look around. maybe this is saying you have everything you need right now, actually, if you're willing to dive into the repeated messaging and seeing what there is. So it could be an encouragement of something really beautiful and bountiful. Either way, repeated messages are always indicators of where we can look, what we need to move through to move forward. And again, that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's literally that encouragement to step up, to speak out, embrace something, try something new even, right? Maybe your encouragement is to travel and you keep getting these repeated messages about traveling, and finally you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to book that trip. I'm going to do the thing, right? Look for what that is. And as you take those steps, then more of the path is revealed to you. And it's a really beautiful thing because, again, remember, Spirit is wanting to come through and communicate a lot right now. And we're seeing that consistently. I'm getting that consistently in messages from my guides as well as in readings. So it's a very solid, consistent theme. So in that, they're saying, look for the repeated messages and feel with your solar plexus, your sense of self, what they mean for you to essentially help you move through this with ease and grace. So I think that's lovely for today. So I hope that helps inspire you all today in moving forward. Now, I do want to say too, if you want to take that experience of expansion and moving forward even further and do some mind bending, specifically time bending experiences with me, join me on Wednesday night for Cosmic Consciousness Circle. We're talking about time bending, the concepts of time, how we can actually bend it, yes, and what that looks like, where that information came from, and why it's coming down at this time. It's going to be a really good one, so check that out at avalonspirit.com under Cosmic Consciousness Circle, and hopefully I will see you on Wednesday night. If not, I will see you tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day and feel inspired and willing to move forward. So I'll see you later.